Early. I'm just going to let the music play. Let people join us.
Sure.
Ah, so nice. This keeps playing. Look at this. Whoa, just an abrupt end. Just liking what you did. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Shalom.
Shalom.
It is time. It is 9 p.m. on a Friday. Welcome to the Friday night edition of the Burning River Browns Talk on the Fanatical Elves Network, which is a subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. I am here. I am Lou Marconi, L Marconi 251 on Instagram, at L Marconi 1973 on Twitter X. Joining me is my co-host, my kosher co-host. That's what it is. Sherry at Browns Fan Girl.
Hello.
Now, Browns Fan Girl on Twitter and Instagram, correct?
No, Instagram is a different name that I
Is it
use.
Budgie M? Do you go Budgie?
Budgie.
Budgie M, if you want to find her on Instagram. Hey, like, share, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We like the comments. Thank you. So we got some Brown stuff to talk about. Some things happened this week. First and foremost, were you at the event that the rest of the squad pod was at last night?
No. I think it was expensive. That's why I wasn't there. It looked expensive.
I didn't even know about it. It looked very expensive. I know I saw Lana.
Yeah, Lana and Yvette were there. I didn't know anything about it.
I just shut off that fan just because you're hearing the.
Oh, no, I didn't hear. No, I didn't know anything about it. Apparently, it's the kickoff of his charity. Apparently, it's brand new, called the Keepers Foundation. It's helping underprivileged kids. It's his, his own thing that he's starting with his family.
I saw Spider was there, and First Lady was there with them. So I didn't recognize anybody else. I didn't see who else was there. I'm hearing a whistling. Are you hearing that? Or is that me? Okay. I was just, if you're hearing the whistling, comment. I don't know. I was just hearing it. But yeah, I saw them there and I was like, oh, cool. I hope, hey, they look great. Everybody looked nice.
It looked fancy.
Looked fancy. Very
Our invitations got lost in the mail. Fine, whatever. Who cares? We'll do our own thing. We'll invite our own people. Whatever.
It didn't bother me at all. I
don't like things like a schmooze fest. I did so many of those in academia, and
you know who else? Ken Carman was there too.
Yes, he was. He looked nice.
So they ran out of deviled eggs.
That looked like a mini quiche and above type of event to me. It looked like warm hors d'oeuvres. That's more of a picnic fair.
They got pictures with them. They had to pull them away from the appetizer table, so they got it. So that's what happened. Boy, glad Megan's not here right now. She might join us. Megan Donovan might join us later. It was really
I wore a special shirt
for Megan
of course. I mean, it was a very monumental week for her family this week.
Absolutely. That was a great tribute. It was
it was really, really well done.
I had the pleasure of working with her father So
Right.
this was a long time ago, and he's a great guy, and I think he'll be missed at Channel 3. But the one thing to look forward to, folks, is he's still going to be doing the Browns games.
Exactly. I mean, you can't
That's what
have
means a lot.
a Browns game without Jimmy Donovan. So,
No, but growing up for us, before it was Jimmy Donovan, it was Nev Chandler for
oh,
me.
that's who the announcer was.
It was Nev Chandler up until that I can remember. He called the Cleveland Browns Stadium the House of Thrills, and he passed away from cancer in '93.
Oh wow.
So then Casey Coleman took over in like '94, '95, and then when the team moved, I think if I'm not mistaken, Ken Coleman was Casey Coleman's dad. He was the first Browns radio guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of giving through that, but I just gave a little history. That's all I can remember. That's all I know at this point. Gib Shanley used to do the games too, so that was just going back into my childhood. But yeah,
tune in to learn things here.
yes, we try to learn stuff here. Also, Bernie Kosar filed a lawsuit. I guess that was
I
against
saw that
against
big play media. That was
Big Play Media.
interesting. Very, very interesting.
Now, Ken Carman came up because he supposedly it's listed in the lawsuit that he almost got into a physical altercation with somebody called Big Ken, and people had to come out on Twitter X.
Say it's not him.
No, it's not him. No, well, I don't think he has anything to do with that company, as far as I know.
I don't think so. I don't think so
Yeah,
either. He's 92.3 The Fan.
Yeah, that's where and he's at Fox 8. So,
yeah.
so that's as far as I know. I mean, so I kind of went. They had to go out and correct the record that it's not him. So plus, I don't think he would even say anything about it. So that's going on, but it looks like because I guess he lost his analyst job on the Browns radio network because he placed a bet, which was he was forced to place this bet, and by him doing that, it violated some sort of code of conduct with the NFL.
It did.
You can't be gambling.
No.
To be a part of the NFL. So yeah, so that's where that's at. And now I don't know the ins and outs or the particulars of it, but I'm just talking about what I've seen publicly. Minicamp. 3 things came out of minicamp. I said Deshaun Watson looked great. Amari Cooper wasn't there. And Myles Garrett tweaked his hamstring, and everybody's freaking out about it.
I think he's fine. If he was able to hold those tiny wine glasses last night and have 2 legs planted on the ground, he was fine. If it was a game, he would have been out there playing. Trust me. Yeah.
He just tweaked the hamstring. It happens. Things happen. Relax, people. Hey, Aaron Rodgers didn't even come to any of the mandatory minicamp.
Ed in Columbus. Hello, Ed. Why?
Ed.
Why did the Jolly Green Giant get fired?
Please tell us, Ed.
Remember, best joke wins a spot on the show next week.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I just posted that. You missed it. Surprise!
Oh, see, she doesn't even clear shit with me. She just does it.
That's why it's fun on Friday.
Well, Ed, tell us why. We need a punchline.
Oh, because you took a pee. All right, that's dad joke.
Okay, you know
so
what?
So far, he's the front runner.
Yeah, so far you are, Ed.
Ed, so far you're the front runner.
Hey, let me see. Well, it's been a beautiful weather for the mini camps. It didn't rain, not even a drop. What do you call a Wednesday that doesn't rain?
No idea.
Dry hump day.
Oh, gross. That's amazing.
So far, I'm winning. And I got a spot on next week's show. I got other ones. Like so if you're watching a UFC fight and you see a Mexican against a Catholic priest, what do you call it? Alien versus Predator.
Oh. Golf clap.
That's a good one. We could keep going.
Because nobody's stopping us tonight.
Oh, there you go. What do you call a midget in a straight? Oh, yeah. What do you call a little person in a straitjacket?
What?
Mental midget.
I see.
There you go. See, that one is a little bit too cerebral.
Yeah.
A little mental midget. Okay. What do you call a little person with an OnlyFans? A little slut.
Oh,
There you
golf
go.
clap.
There you go. Yeah. Well, actually, there was one. It was like an Instagram reel, and it was a midget woman advertising her OnlyFans. I sent it to a friend of mine. She's a little slut, and
Nice.
he couldn't stop laughing. I got a bunch of laughing emojis after that. I was
Mhm.
like, oh, nice. Okay, I don't want to spend all my jokes at once.
Yeah, you gotta like,
So far, so good, Ed. You're in the lead. If anybody else wants to come up with a joke, we're happy to have it.
yeah, who's the
Um,
front runner?
yeah. So I mean, mandatory minicamp, great. Miles Garrett's going to be fine. Everything I'm hearing is positive. Let me just kind of ask a couple questions here, and I want to pick your brain on some things.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, seriously, I want to pick your brain. I have two articles that are in the hopper now for fans first. One of them is about a preview, the Bengals game preview. I'm going through each game through the
Oh
season,
yeah.
just a
Hmm.
nice preview. But I also had come up with different ideas here and there. And there's one I came up with. I think it'll probably come out Sunday, if not tomorrow. Is what are the expectations for the Browns? What are the honest expectations for the Browns? I mean, seriously, not this negative Nelly crap, not this pie in the sky stuff. I mean, what do you really think, based on last year and based on what we've done and what you're seeing or what you're feeling right now? Where do you see it? I'll let you answer, and I'll give an explanation, and I'll tell you what I think.
I think this year we're at the minimum we're gonna win, and I'm saying minimum. We're gonna win 12 games at the
Okay.
minimum,
Okay.
and the majority. I am. I don't
Go
know.
ahead.
Is this
I'm listening.
rose-colored glasses? But I'm way more optimistic than I've ever been. But everything makes sense now, logically speaking, as to why we'd be so good and have such good,
Good
position
karma.
to go so far. Yeah.
Okay. Go
Um,
ahead.
everybody's gonna stay healthy. Not everybody, but I mean, old
Well,
injuries aren't gonna come back to haunt us. We've learned how to rehab appropriately, and we're listening to our med staff.
okay.
And I'm not going to say we're going to get away 100% healthy because that's just not realistic. That's just
No,
not
it's a
how.
17 game season. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah. But
So I'm not going to wish any injury on anybody, but I think
no, I
all the
mean,
major players are going to stay upright and healthy. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe, again, because it's so early and everything looks so good, there's nothing to dampen my optimism yet. And even the little whispers of nonsense with the whole Amari Cooper thing, the non-drama drama that came out. I mean,
yeah.
he's got to
Well,
negotiate. He's a businessman, right?
yeah, he's got to look out for himself, and everybody understood that. He was what he now. If I correct me if I'm wrong, he was at the charity softball game for Njoku, wasn't he? There, Amari Cooper there.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so he was there. So it's not like he's completely
No, no, no,
isolating
no,
himself from the
no, no,
team.
no, no.
Okay, that would be different. And I could see the team not fining him for being there, saying, "Okay, we're not going to fine you. Let's get this done." That I could see happen as a measure of good faith, because for him to, how can I say it? For him to start skipping training camp, that's a lot more money to be fined.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a hold in. He'll be there, but he's not going to be participating much. And let's see what Ed has to say. Real, because with a brand new offense, it's about getting to the point where they're playing our best football December, January. Need to win a playoff game. Okay, he wants them to win a playoff game. So even if they come in as a wild card or division champion,
Hmm.
win a playoff game. Yeah, I think
Oh,
realistically,
easily.
yeah, easy. I agree. There is a guy, and I'm trying to look him up while I'm talking to you, that I started following on YouTube. I want to say Riccatoni.
That
Um,
sounds like dinner.
yeah, I know, but he sounds a little Italian. So
A
yeah, it's an Italian midget, little Italian.
little
So
Italian.
he's a little Italian. So let's see. And he did a game by game prediction, and he has them winning the AFC North at 12-5, winning the division, the final game in Baltimore at the
Ooh,
end
I
of the year.
like it.
at the end, and then come January 2025, which, okay, if that happens, that's great. And he says, winning the division, we're going to host a playoff game, and I will be there. I will be there
Well,
wearing my brown and orange and freezing my balls off.
exactly.
So,
Well,
well, not for you, not
not
much
for
for
me.
you.
No,
You're going to freeze your matzo balls off. That's for sure.
exactly. I'll have them with me in a thermos.
Yes, yeah, from now on, you'll be my kosher co-host because you don't work on the Sabbath. So, all right. So it's realistic. I say the floor, absolute bottom floor is 10 wins. I was on the Fanatical Elf show, and just to play devil's advocate, John Suchan said, "What if this team only wins 4 games?" And I was like,
"Oh yeah."
So him and I talked about that. We're actually possibly in development of a show with just him and I yelling at each other.
So you are going to be hosting The View.
Yes, you're going to be The View for Browns fans. No, he's just like, because he's Johnny Cleveland, and on Beef Stew, we're going to call it stirring the pot with the Cleveland stew. Yeah.
I see.
That was my idea. So on Fanatical Elves, we'll be on Fanatical Elves. We'll do that. We're in development of doing it on Monday nights. So don't watch Raw, watch us. Anyway, I said the team's too good to only win 4 games. However, could they fall short of expectations? Anything could happen. If that happens, what has this front office always done since they've been here? Fixed. Right. They'll sit down, they'll look at what worked, what didn't work, what needs to be fixed, and they'll work to fix it. What happened last year? Backup quarterback bit us.
They fixed it.
Jameis Winston, Tyler Huntley. Boom. They fixed it. Number 2 receiver was a weakness. What did they do? They traded for Jerry Jeudy. Boom. Linebacker had some problems. Yeah, they brought in Jordan Hicks. They let Taki go. Taki was a great player. We weren't gonna pay him the money he wanted that he got at New England. So man, Taki, great, good. Thank you. I'm glad he did. Devin Bush comes in. They're taking a flyer on him. So they'll see what they could do because Anthony Walker was hurt all the time.
Right.
So I liked Anthony Walker. Trust me, but the last 2 years his availability wasn't there. So realistically, I could see the team. I think 10 wins is the floor, but I could see them winning 13 games and winning the division. It's possible. Why not? That last game in Baltimore, we could be resting everybody. We could.
Right.
But let's think about it. After everything that happened last year, and we still won 11 games, and 2 games with better backup quarterback play, we would have won. 3. Well, I don't know if you want to call the LA game that or not. Well, yeah, you could because Flacco got careless. The Rams, the Broncos, the Seahawks, all 3 games out west. All 3. Better backup quarterback play, we would have won the game. And meanwhile, there's people complaining about the play calling. I'm like, I just like, is the quarterback making the right reads? Was it the play call? What else could have gone wrong? I don't like to just say, oh, you shouldn't have called that play. Well, of course it didn't work. He would tell you, yeah, the play didn't work, but why didn't the play work? What was more involved with that? So I don't argue play calling when I'm on here. Those are 3 games right there. Now think about it. If Deshaun Watson doesn't get hurt, do you think we're going to lose to Baltimore the way we did the first game?
No.
No. And defense played actually a pretty good game against Baltimore in that game. They did. They didn't even get 300 yards of offense against us. And they said the road defense didn't travel well. Well, how many times were they put in bad positions because of turnovers?
Yeah, right, exactly.
So there's a lot to be said about that. Anyway, so going back to that charity softball event, there was another moment that I heard about.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was bad.
Well, I didn't even know about it because you were there texting me. I didn't even hear about it until I saw Mary Kay Cabot tweet about it. You were there. You were in person.
Yeah, I was close to it. I almost had a heart attack. Everybody screamed. Everybody in the stands, it was like a collective gasp and then like a scream, like, no, because QB1 went down. Everyone was like, no. It
And he
happened
got,
in slow-mo. He got up quick and he was fine, but that
yeah.
was terrifying.
All right. So what? Because I didn't hear anything about it from you, and I was like, "Oh no, okay." But that sounded Mary Kay Cabot wrote up about it, and I was like, "Was it really that dramatic?" It
Oh,
sounds
it
like it
was.
was.
It was
Okay,
extremely dramatic, yeah. Mhm. It was.
that's fine.
Everyone was like there was head turning, everyone was looking at each other like, "Did we all just see that?" There was screams and yelling.
Now, who did he collide with? Was it
I
Njoku?
don't no. I wish my memory was that good. Okay, that's a good joke. That's a good joke. Better. Ed, that was better than your pee joke. Kinda. But Josh Gordon was really nice. He was pretty cool. When the guy from Jersey Shore came out, I'm like, why does he look familiar? Who is that guy? And then I heard people like whispering behind me, like, that's the guy from Jersey Shore. And I'm like,
Guy from Jersey Shore.
and I'm like, I kind of remember that show.
GTL fist pump. Jim Tan Laundry.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was quite dramatic. I'm surprised there wasn't a bunch of like pictures that came out. I think everybody was so shocked that it happened because it was like instantaneous.
Yeah.
And that's why nobody got a picture of it or
Well,
video or
it kind of reminded me too of the Hail Mary attempt by the Bears at the end of the game. Everybody was like, "Well, that guy almost caught it. Did you gasp?" I said it happened so fast, I didn't have time to think about it.
That's exactly what happened because they were in the middle of playing
Yeah, it
a
just boom, boom, boom. He
puff
went
piece.
down
Yeah.
and he got up and he was
And it
fine.
was, when stuff happens in the baseball diamond, it's like dirty and there's a cloud and it's way more dramatic. It was sunny, people were cranky. There was a lot of
And
moving pieces in it.
it looked like Pigpen was walking
Yeah,
by with
pretty
all.
much. Yeah.
That's what it was.
But I was just like, oh man, if he got hurt, oh my God. But no, he like popped right back up. Like, I'm okay. Like,
Everybody cheered. And
yeah.
everybody go,
Yeah.
"Yay!"
Mm-hmm.
He probably was laughing about it too. Probably, I would think he was. But I mean, did you see some of the passes he was throwing at training
Yeah.
camp? He was
Mm-hmm.
letting it rip. His
Mm-hmm.
shoulder's fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be fine. I think that was done for a reason, was to shut people up. I don't know
Right.
if you agree with that or not.
It had to. Why else? Why else
Yeah.
practice that?
Yeah.
And when the media's there and
So
you're
they
going
got
to be in
video
the.
of it out there
Mm-hmm.
saying he's gonna be fine. Um, okay. I could see that. I could see that being like a reason they did that. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, here we go. Mr. Ed. He wants to be on next week really
All
bad,
right,
doesn't
Ed, you
he?
win.
Unless somebody comes up
Fine.
with a really good Polish joke. Here we go.
A
Uh,
Polish joke.
I
He
don't
has
care.
one. I know he has one somewhere in the hopper going.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. Oh, I got one. I got when does the Chinese guy go to the dentist?
When
2:30. Come on, you can laugh at that.
that's
God, that's bad. That's bad.
mhm.
That's bad. That's really bad. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Well, you know what we should do? I'm going to take a moment here to pause for a break for a word from our sponsors. All right, we're back. Thank you. Okay, we took a break here because that was such a bad joke. I had to take a break on that note. This is what I wanted to ask you about too. Since we're going into training camp, I think around July 24th is what we're looking for the day to have the Browns players report to Berea. Then they take the bus, I think, to West Virginia, to the Greenbrier. think, is it Virginia or West Virginia?
West Virginia.
Because it's I actually stayed there. I should know this. It's right by the border. It's right by the West Virginia border. It's in the mountains there. So it was about a 4-hour drive from Raleigh, North Carolina. So I remember doing that drive. It was a beautiful, beautiful resort. And all I remember was I was on a strict budget for the company I was working with, and where I'm working with at the time. And I remember like I had to like pay $17 for a BLT.
Oh yeah, you told us about the BLT.
The BLT for $17. Yeah, hold on. Oh boy, what do we got here? Well, gee, how do you confuse the Pollock, Ed? Ed and I are just going to do competing jokes. I mean, I could get racy. I can get nasty if you want.
We could.
We could. I mean, Megan's not here to leave. Let me see. I'll wait for the response, Ed.
I know. Did he fall asleep? I'm like, come on, man. You're competing with yourself for the best joke.
How do you keep an asshole in suspense? Don't respond.
Oh. So do you want to talk hockey for a minute?
Well, Florida Panthers up 3-0.
We're one game away from winning the Stanley Cup.
It'd be their first one ever, right?
Yes.
They're going to do it. They're probably
no doubt. I hope they sweep them.
I could maybe see Edmonton winning one, but man, Florida's just so dominant.
They're so good.
Yes, I did respond. Oh, Ed, how do you confuse a Pollock? I'd like to know.
Are you like implying that you're Pollock and we confused you? Is this a meta joke? Are we supposed to infer things?
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
I ain't seen no response that made sense for the joke.
No. I got a good Taylor Swift joke that's pretty nasty. Okay.
All right, let's hear it. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's hear it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Swifties, earmuffs.
Yes. When Taylor Swift goes to a picnic, why doesn't she wear panties? To keep the flies off the food.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes, folks, he did go there.
Wow. The Swifties are going to be like boycott. You're going to have hate a whole new. Like.
Oh, this is one. What is 2 miles long and has 9 teeth? Tell me, Carl. I don't know if he commented in the right place. And Carl C.
I don't see a Carl C.
It's Carl from the C. He said it on. He's on my page. What is 2 miles long and has 9 teeth? I'd like to hear it. Go ahead, Carl.
Okay. I was confused. I'm like, why are you calling me Carl? This is
no. He did it on mine.
Got it.
Okay. The unemployment line of West Virginia. Oh, geez. All right, Carl. That was nice. I thought my Taylor Swift joke was nice.
Nice.
I was being nice. Well, I could have used any woman. Goodness.
Sure,
Let's see. Oh, here we go. I got a Batman joke.
Wow.
Why did Batman's mask only cover half of his face?
Why?
So the cops knew that he was white.
Oh my God. I guess. I mean.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. Oh, Carl's following me now. Thanks, Carl. He wasn't even following me. He just jumps on the show.
You made a friend.
I made a friend. You got a friend in me.
And Carl.
You got a friend in me. All right. Okay. So, no, question is, if there's a player on this team that you could see having a breakout year that's just completely unexpected. I mean, if JOK has a good year, he did it last year, we expect it. Mari Cooper, Watson, or whoever, Myles Garrett. Who do you see having a breakout year or an unexpected huge year this year for the Cleveland Browns? Who would you pick? If you have more than one, that's
Um,
cool. I have two. I have one on offense and one on defense. What is Heather
this is
doing?
hard.
No,
What?
if you want me to go first, I can.
Yeah, you could go first.
Oh, Pro Football Talk has a story here that came out tweeted 4 hours ago. I have to read it. Cameron Hayward could leave the Steelers after 2024. He raised the possibility this week of going to Cleveland. Cameron Hayward. I mean, he's in his late 30s. I don't know.
I was gonna say he's old.
Yeah, he. We don't like to invest in old veteran players like that. So I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so if you want me to go first,
Sure.
First off, on defense, Devin Bush, I'm picking. And the reason why is because he had a really good year, his rookie year in Pittsburgh. I think having the supporting cast around him on defense with Jordan Hicks and JOK and the defensive line in front of him and that secondary, I think he has a real opportunity to flourish and have a good year. Because he really, after he hurt his knee in his second year in the NFL, and he really hasn't been the same since. He knows this is probably his last opportunity to catch on somewhere. Yeah. All right. Here we go. God, it took you long enough. Put the Pollock in a round room and tell him there's a corner, and tell him to sit in the corner and give him a bag of M&Ms and tell him to put them in alphabetical order.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Took long
That
enough.
one. Yeah.
Jeez.
Just slow delivery, but really good finish.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. But
That's
yeah,
what she said.
see, on defense, I say Devin Bush. I don't know what you think about that. Do you see that possibility of having? I gave you my reasoning, just what I could see him being surrounded with. I don't. He's still relatively young. He's only in his mid-20s. So, what did you think?
I didn't pay too much attention really to
Who
much
we picked up?
outcome of. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. No,
I don't
do you, is
overinvest in.
well, do you think there's a player on defense that could have a breakout year that wouldn't be expected, like a Grant Delpit or Greg Newsome?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put my coins on Greg Newsome. I think this is the year
Hmm.
he's gonna prove himself because it was kind of wishy-washy, so far. It hasn't been
Hmm.
great, and
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so you like Greg Newsome? I say
yeah,
Devin Bush.
I'm going with Greg Newsome.
All right, my offense, and I'm just saying this because of information I heard this week, and I will repeat what I heard this week. Nothing directly to me. I listen a lot. I'm a junkie. I take in Browns information everywhere I can get it. Um, Nick Chubb, and the reason why I'm saying this, he said I did respond right away. He just sent me a
Oh
message.
yeah, I see he switched from his X account to his YouTube.
Okay,
You could
okay,
see that in the comments.
okay. That's what it was. Something was going on with X then. Sorry about that,
Hmm.
Ed. All right. All right. The reason why I'm saying Nick Chubb is I was listening. One of my favorite people to listen to and get Browns information from, besides Cameron Justice and other reporters, is Quincy Carrier.
Right.
And Quincy did a video and he said this. He said he heard from a reliable source that Nick Chubb is squatting, meaning he is doing squats
Hmm. With the knees.
with the knees. No Smith bar, free bar.
Oh, okay.
I have to use the Smith when I
Yeah.
squat
Hmm.
because of my knees and my back
Yeah.
from wrestling.
Hmm. Yeah.
But I could still, yeah, it's all
Oh, that
good.
is exciting. That
Yeah,
is very exciting.
here we are. We're 3 months out. We're like 90 days out or so. Maybe about 85 days from the first game of the season, and he's already been squatting. I don't know how long he's been doing it. I don't know how much weight. Fast forward, I think it was later on this week, he had Cameron Justice on his show, and she was on our show way back in God. When was she on? She was on Good
Easter.
Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
it
around
was
Easter
Easter.
weekend. Yeah, she
Hmm.
was on, and she said he's been squatting. So when she says it, I'm like, okay, it's legit. So it's happening. So anyway, that that tells me that he's very close. Now, if you're hearing things come August of him squatting weights of like 500 pounds, he'll be ready. And I'm hearing things about him being ready week 1 against
Yeah, there've been
Dallas.
whispers. There's been, here and there, chatter has started.
Now, the Cleveland Browns are playing it close to the vest and they're being careful about it. That whole term of kayfabe, they're keeping it secret. They are, which there's no reason to put anything out there now because what's the point? It'll just stir up shit. So they said he's coming along, he's doing this, he's doing that. Which he's not going to practice or anything. He might not participate in practices up until sometime in mid to late August, if he does. But could you imagine the energy in that stadium? 4:30
came out of the tunnel.
And Nick Chubb gets introduced last out of that
No,
tunnel.
I cannot.
It would be so.
It would be bigger than when he came out to smash the guitar.
Yes, and I even said that. I told Cam. I told Cam. I told Ed. I told who's the other guy in the dog chug? Roger.
Roger.
I told Raj. I told Megan Donovan. I told anybody that would listen to me. I watched him 6 weeks after his second knee surgery walk up those steps without a limp, smash the guitar, walk down those steps, and walk away without a limp. I said, that guy is superhuman.
Oh, absolutely.
He's just absolutely superhuman. Meanwhile, I'm thinking he will be ready to go, which when I hear that, it makes me feel confident that he will. That's why I'm saying say that happens. He gets comeback player of the year. Deshaun Watson plays like a top 10 quarterback. Defense does what the defense does. We're going to win games. And it's and just so you know, the article that I did that's going to be coming out, I was explaining, like, guys, it's good to have expectations like this. Isn't it nice to not have to cheer about the draft and not give a shit about the draft as much?
That was so nice, just to have fun for a draft, for a change, right?
Yeah, and there he goes. What is this? What is this? What is this?
Oh, break Ed news. This is important. Dog Chug co-host Roger First going to war with 92.3. The fans Earl the Pearl.
What's going on with
what's
Roger?
Going on there?
Roger and Earl the Pearl.
Are they fighting? Is he going to get blocked?
He goes, I love Cleveland social media.
What we look forward to, Ed?
I don't know.
Flame war between Roger. Roger's going to get blocked. How many does that put up? Is he blocked by Mary Kay and
is he blocked? I'm. Let me see.
Tony Grossi.
Tony Grossi never blocked me. There was T-shirts saying I was blocked by Tony Grossi before it was cool, and I actually tweeted it at Tony Grossi. Said you should get this shirt. I would. I was anywhere and have a picture with it and be my profile pic.
Yeah, Roger is a die. Oh no, Watson Warrior shit again. Roger is a diehard indeed, and he will stand his ground until he's blue in the face.
Watson Warrior.
Roger does not give up early. Easily or early.
Okay, who's on which side? Is it Earl that's on Watson's side and Roger's against Watson? Is that the dynamics of this? I want to make sure I understand this correctly.
Ed, we need Cliff Notes.
Yeah, we need Ed Notes.
We need Ed.
We need Ed Notes. Oh. Let's see. What do we got? He goes, yes. Okay. He just answered my question. He said yes. All right. Very good. Very good. Well, hey, that's each their own. I'm like, I understand. I mean, people, I cheer for the uniform. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, today's the big block party. I think it's over now. It was the ESPN block party that was at the Flats today.
Was that, I saw Tony Rizzo had Denzel Ward on his show.
Yeah, he was there. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Mm-hmm. No, I didn't know that was going on. See, they don't tell me.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, I was invited by multiple people, and I was like, meh. Sorry.
I don't get invited to things.
Well, I'll invite you next time I get invited, and then we could go together and we could shake things up and bring our own fancy hors d'oeuvres, deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs. We have to bring plenty of deviled eggs for Ken Carman.
And whoever else might wander into like.
Well, if Jason's there, he might need it. But I'll have Jason talk Ken Carman into Ozempic.
Oh no!
Serious.
Only his medical provider should talk him into something that.
I
peculiar.
I don't know. I know very little about these weight loss drugs.
I don't like it. I'm not going to tell you my thoughts and feelings.
No, I'm not going to say. I'm not as a personal trainer, wrestler, as an athlete, as a former athlete and a personal trainer. Diet and exercise. That's what I'll tell you to do: diet and exercise. Because I get emails, I get questions all the time, like, "Hey, you look great," blah blah blah. Yeah, guess what? There's going to be two things I'm going to announce tonight. Two things I'm going to announce. Wednesday, I turned 51 years old. Yes, Wednesday the 19th. My daughter turned 7. So, and guess what? Tomorrow. Guess what tomorrow is? It's June 15th, right? Tomorrow. It is my 11th year wedding anniversary.
Oh, wow.
I've been married 11 years tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Yep. She hasn't kicked me out yet, so we're doing good. Hasn't done it yet. I'm still here.
Oh, no.
That'll do it, though. I start doing my chomp.
She's going to leave.
Yeah,
she's going to leave.
She's hearing me doing it. I can hear her rolling her eyes right now. She can hear me doing it. Oh, no. What is this? Congrats to Florida Edmond. Time to hunt. What the? I don't know what that means.
It's hockey.
Time. Oh, congrats. Oh, thanks, Ed. Yeah, I'll be sure to get you the link next one. I usually get the link for the Friday show on Wednesdays, and I'll get the StreamYard link out to you. We'll be joining us next week for sure. I love having you on.
Ed wins. Ed wins. No, both of you at the same time. Oh God.
Oh my God, I'm gonna do.
Are we gonna have a competition?
I should just write jokes. Ed and I could just write jokes and trade them back and forth.
True.
Hey Ed. He's like this. He's like, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
No, seriously. I had there's so much to talk about, but now, do you have an offensive player? Let's just finish that conversation that you think will have a breakout year. I have Nick Chubb. I put in my reason for Nick Chubb and Devin Bush. Is there anybody you put any thought into having a breakout year?
Now I forgot all the football players because I was too busy thinking about.
Well, you can say. I think another good one probably would be Watson if he stays healthy. I think he's going to have a top 10 year. I think he could. But then again, what the hell do I know, right? I'm just some muscled up Italian on a podcast. And that we should sell T-shirts. We should say muscled up Italian.
I can't wear that T-shirt. I'm not buying that.
What about well-endowed stallion?
Oh no! Too many of those would be. That would
be so bad. Bunch of fat guys with muffin tops walking around wearing
all the false advertising too that would be going on.
I'm a well-endowed stallion. I can't help it.
The false advertising, all these the letdown, the ladies with too much letdown. Come on, man.
Whoa. Okay, here's this: boner pills and energy drinks.
That's the one I liked. That's a good one.
That's a T-shirt. I gotta figure out a way to get T-shirts made. Somebody did something. Oh,
they're easy.
You guys. Okay, Brown's. Oh, Spider just liked one of the comments I made because it was a picture of Spider, First Lady, Vet, and Lana. And I don't. Where was this downtown? This event?
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't think it was at the stadium itself. It
didn't look very stadium-y. No, it looks like an office building, kind of.
It's that one they're building. Still working on it. Come on in. Don't worry. Ignore the tools in the sawdust.
Ignore the tarps everywhere. Get around the scaffolding. You got to hold the plastic back to get them in.
Everybody put on a hard hat.
And complimentary tool belt. We will be doing work study.
Yes. Come on, help me hang some drywall. It'll be good. There was
practical skills. You pay like so much for this dinner, but you go away with a practical skill.
There you go.
That would be great.
Let me show you how to use a nail gun.
Sign this liability waiver when you walk through the door. You will be having some wine. There will
Oh,
be beverages and nail guns.
OSHA's gonna be pissed. I can hear it now. That'll be great. There was something. There was something else I was going to tell you about. Oh, tomorrow night at the stadium. Did you know what was going on tomorrow night at Cleveland Browns Stadium? There's a concert.
Oh, the old guys.
Yeah, yes, it's called The Old Guys. Come on down and see them. The Rolling Stones.
They are quite elderly.
They're in their 80s. I was like, they're touring? I was like, what?
I'm surprised they could stay upright for that long. Do they have to like wheel them on the stage, like get them out of the cryo chambers, hose them off, wake them up, roll them on the stage, plug them in?
You just want to see Joe Biden rock concert? There you go. It's just the Dementia World Tour.
No, it's the Where Am I World Tour.
What? Did you actually see some of that stuff? I mean, this isn't a political show, but I mean, some of the stuff of him at G7, I'm like, wow.
This is bad.
Anybody that's had older family members or elderly family members, you've seen it. Grandparents, great grandparents, when they get to that age, and you know they're, and I mean honestly, they're on the decline. For the sake of him and his family, that man should not be in the position he's in. Just
for the sake of what's left of his dignity.
Yeah, I mean, let the man have his dignity. I might not agree with him politically, or you might not agree with him politically.
Dignity.
I mean, we all do.
Thank you, Steve. See, Steve knows everything. Lago. Oh, see, that is way too fancy for us, Lou.
Lago's in the flat.
Yeah. The face you made.
Was it a black tie? Was it a black tie event?
It didn't look black tie. It looked construction. It looked construction casual.
I would show up shirtless, only wearing a bow tie.
That I have a matching bow tie. I have two. Yeah.
No, you can't go shirtless. That would be a problem. So, what? Anyway, thank you, Steve. Thank you very much, Steve.
Steve with the facts, always.
Yes, Steve doing the facts on us. So, yeah, that looked like a cool event. I said, I hope they had a great time. I hope you had a good time. Nobody invited me. Maybe there's a reason.
I told you our invitations got lost in the digital ether.
I didn't even know about it.
I knew about it. I just really honestly didn't care that much, to be honest.
I don't take it personally. Okay. And then we're about to wrap up the show here as we talked about a bunch of things. We stuck with mostly Brown stuff, very few jokes. But it was good jokes with that.
It was a sprinkling. It was a sprinkling.
Ed in Columbus, you will be on with us next week. And hey Ed, we can even talk some Ohio State stuff too. I'd like to hear.
Gross. What the hell? No, we're talking about the 2024 Stanley Cup champions.
We could do that.
We're not talking about Ed. We are not talking about Ohio State. I am sorry. This is
She'll walk out.
I will do my own competing podcast and have all the Florida tune in. At the very
all
same
Florida,
time.
all of Florida. I'm in Mar-a-Lago wearing my Panthers jersey. I'm here.
Oh, he is. They stuffed him. Yeah. They crammed him into a Panthers jersey. They put him on the ice.
It's all nice.
78 years old. He had to sign a waiver.
I'll tell you, it's always fun. Now, to be honest with you, I going to those types of events, I'd rather tailgate with them. Which don't get me wrong, I love Lana, I love Charles, I love all those. Spider, if that's his real name is Charles. Love them all. Love hang out with them. Tailgating with them's fun too. I didn't even know about it because it's a little bit more complicated. Suck on Michigan State.
That's funny. No, yes. We're not talking about Michigan State either.
Who's the coach of Michigan State that
remember.
He was a defensive backs coach for the Browns. And he was defensive coordinator with Jacksonville. And some woman came up with a false.
Steve will know. Give Steve a minute.
Steve, give me the head coach of the Michigan State Spartans football team. Get that to me, Steve. Come on, goddammit. There he is. No.
Oh.
Mel Tucker.
Ed.
Mel Tucker. Yeah. No, he there was a woman that pretty much filed a false accusation of harassment or something, and she
Oh
got paid
no.
off or something. Yeah, I
Oh, I see.
yeah, it was one of those. He got me too'd. In other words, he got me too'd, and it turned out it was bullshit. You know, it was just a money grab for her because she did this right after he signed his big contract at Michigan State. It's just complete crap. And he's a good coach. He's a talented young coach. So
Hmm.
yeah, Mel Tucker. Yeah, wait for me to just kind of bring up something out of the blue. Nice. So anyway, we're gonna keep going here, but I wanted to. What is your favorite thing to do before a Browns game? Whether it's tailgating, going to a bar, eating certain food. Well, let me ask you this, Sherry. What is it for you? Like before we go.
Um, well, it took me a while to evolve because in the
Okay.
beginning I would just go to a bar because I didn't know anybody here.
Okay.
So it took
Before you became
me,
friends with like Lysandra and Lana and
well,
all them.
no, not even them. Before I started becoming friends with the people at East Summit and Third, so like Spider and the D for Elk crew,
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
those
Yeah.
people
Yeah. Yeah.
first. And then Dog Chug.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met, the ladies. We all kind of converged through Dog Chug.
The squad pod. Yeah. I think the
Right.
squad pod like came from the dog chug.
Yes,
It's
yes,
my
it did.
understanding
That
it
is
did. Yeah.
correct. That is
That's what
correct.
Roger told me. Roger told me.
Yes, yes. So, but originally, we would just go to a bar because I didn't know how tailgating worked because when I was at the University of Michigan, we were in a different role. We weren't students. We were, academics. We were scientists. So we just, hung out together. We didn't go to any of the tailgating just because
You did
that's
sciencey stuff.
well, yeah, we went to safe places for the nerds with all of our pocket protectors, and we knew we wouldn't get it beat up.
Oh, for God's sakes! Come on, you were with me. You'd have been fine. You were with me. You would have been fine. Yeah.
And then finally, we met the people
Yeah.
down in the pit and Lauren,
Yeah. The
Lauren
pit's
Dodge
great.
and the pit.
Hmm.
So that was a lot of fun. And then last year was the first year we went to the Muni, and that
The
was a
Muni's.
lot.
Yeah, Muni's a
That
lot to
was a
take in.
lot. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to do that again or not.
I went down to the pit because my friend Harvey, who I had my season tickets with.
Right.
Did you meet Harvey?
I still haven't met him
He
because
was
you
at he
said he
was
left early.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
left early. Okay, so you'll get to meet him like this season.
sure.
Because I think it's just going to be him and I for all the games this season. I think so. I'm not 100% sure yet, but he well he has a friend Adam that parks and grills and tailgates down at the pit. And
Oh,
he had
okay.
chicken and stuff down there. And I came down. I gave him a couple of bucks. I said, "Here, let me
Of
give you some money
course.
for this."
Yeah.
And Adam's really cool. Adam was a really cool guy.
Hmm.
Dude, he fed me a steak.
Wow.
And I was like, he gave me like a steak. It was like
All right. That's how you make
it was
it.
like that big. It wasn't huge, but I'm like, okay, I got
Hey,
to give you some money for it. Yeah. So
you
I did. I
became
gave him a
meat
couple bucks.
brothers. Got it.
Yes. Oh, it was really good. It was. Oh my God. He had
He's a
like a
good
grill
cook.
set up. He was really. What's that?
He's a good
He was.
cook.
He's a really good cook, and so
Hmm.
I like doing that, and I like that, but I also like the food trucks on West Six when the weather's nice. But
I've never been over. I mean, we've walked past West Sixth, but
yeah,
I never. I don't know. Maybe this year.
I'm tailgating with you this
Oh,
year.
okay.
Now is that are you when you say you, Steve? Is it Sherry or is it me or both of us?
Because we could,
We could figure it out.
we could
Yeah, we
figure
could.
it out.
Yeah, because
Because I don't have any
go on.
set. Yeah.
We take the rapid from Green Road and go. It's
Hmm.
just a matter of, and we meet at Tower City. Like
Hmm.
when the weather sucks, I get Chinese food at Tower City. That's what
It's
I do.
easy enough. Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I do when the weather's bad. It's like, all right, it's cold
Hmm.
up there. Yeah, he says both.
Both and steaks.
Both and steaks. Okay, well, yeah, I don't cook steaks, but Adam did. It was just he had chicken and steaks. And just which one do you want? I said, I'll take the steak. It's just like, it wasn't. I didn't give him a ton of money. I just gave him like a $5 bill. I said, here, take it. He goes, oh no. I said, no, I insist. I insist you take
Yeah,
it.
of course. It's nice. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, yeah, and him and I became friends after that. His seats. I actually sat in them the one time. He's by the end zone and it's right there. And I don't like those seats. I like where I sit because I'm high enough up and I can
Hmm.
see the whole field. I can watch the plays develop and see what happens. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that's what
Mm,
Top Dog does. That's what Top Dog Tailgate does. They always, excuse me, do, a menu based on whatever
mhm, mhm.
teams coming up. So I'm guessing
Yeah,
this is just me speculating, but the Cowboys, it'll probably be barbecue, right? Because when you
I
think
would think
Cowboys,
that
you think
chili,
barbecue, right? Right. Yeah.
Texas chili. I was thinking
Well,
barbecue.
we'll see what happens.
See, Texas barbecue is more beef, where if
You
it's
love beef
yes, I love beef. North Carolina's pulled pork barbecue, which is and the sauce is
with
like
the vinegar.
with the
That's the
vinegar
good. That's
based
my
sauce.
favorite sauce. Yeah,
Ooh, ooh, is that
that's the
was
good
so damn
stuff.
good. Oh,
Hmm.
that's North Carolina's East North Carolina barbecue is my favorite.
Oh,
So if we play the Carolina Panthers at home, but we don't, so
uh-uh.
that would have been nice. The
We just
Panthers
want to do
suck.
it for the barbecue. We
Yeah, just do
just
it for the
for the
barbecue. Come on,
easy
just
W and the good barbecue
and the good
beforehand.
barbecue before the game. I'm trying to think when I did the Top Dog tailgate the one time. I think it was before Arizona, and it was the breakfast burritos is what they were doing.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So I was just kind of curious. I like the West Sixth food. It was so cool. This I took this as such a huge compliment. I'm not just tooting my own horn here. I'm not. At the West Sixth, you have to show your ID to get in. 92.3 Fan has a booth, and they have a
Oh,
Bud
okay.
Light thing and everything, and the food trucks are there. Well, there's somebody set every week. They have a booth set up for the Secret Service,
Oh, that's
and they're
really
and they
cool.
were trying to recruit people. And one of them came up to me and said, "Hey, you ever considered a career in the Secret Service?" And I looked at him and said, "I'm 50 years old." He goes, "Oh, have a good day, sir." That's what he said because the age limit's 37.
Right.
And I was like,
That's
"Yeah, I'm
good
too
for your
old, man."
self-esteem.
That was
That's a
really
good
good for my
self-esteem.
self-esteem.
Yeah.
It's like the old lady at the grocery store calling me a handsome young man. It was just like, "Oh, thanks."
Oh, I love that.
It always helps. It always helps.
When they call
So
me a handsome young man, I usually
uh,
cry. I go to the produce section and I cry.
nobody would call you a man. No, Sherry, no. No, 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 no. So, folks, thank you for joining us tonight. Did you have anything else on your mind, Sherry, before we wrap this up?
Besides the Stanley Cup,
The Stanley
nobody
Cup.
else cares. Florida's team is bringing home for the very first time
Yep,
Lord Stanley's Cup. Hopefully tomorrow they seal the deal.
yep. I've heard that there's always 24-hour guard around the cup.
Yeah, there's so much
Mhm.
cool. I have like articles saved. As you saw, or I don't know if you saw, but on the Squad
Mm.
Pod, I did a whole segment
Mm.
and found the best video of all time.
I was commenting the whole time.
Yes, you were.
I
I
was.
saw. I saw.
You saw that? Okay, because
Mhm.
Lana kept rolling her eyes.
Yeah, I saw.
I was like, "Come on, Lana, let me have fun." Well, I texted Lana today because I had to ask her a question. I said, "Serious question I need an honest answer." I said, "If someone's at your house having sauce and you saw them put crushed red pepper on it before trying it, would you feel insulted?" And she said, "No, not at all."
No.
I was like, "Okay, cool." She goes, "Why
Hmm.
do you use that?" And I said, "I use it all the time,
Oh, I love
especially on, yeah,
crushed red.
on pizza and on spaghetti sauce. Absolutely, spaghetti, any pasta." Um, I just thought that was interesting because sometimes I've heard Italian women get like really pissed if you do that. So, like,
Maybe
try
it
it first.
depends how far removed Italian they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she's third generation or first generation. I don't know. I don't know. Me, I'm third gener. Well, it's actually four. Well, let me see. My great grandparents. Then you have well, my grandmother's first. My dad was second. I'm third. Okay, so
As
my
long as
great
they don't
grandparents
spit
came
it
from
out in front of you, I think it should be fine.
that. No, that's not.
Like,
That's it.
that's disgusting. Blech.
Who the hell made this crap?
Tastes like dog food.
Poor Lana. We would never do that. Lana's sauce.
No, not to
I'm
Lana.
Lana.
Not to
Well,
Lana.
Lana makes great cookies. So her
Yeah, they
cookies.
came
My
with us to the tailgate. They were there. We spread them
absolutely.
around.
Let's see. She has.
Oh, it
Oh,
was
see.
fun.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
she
fun.
had a blast. We had that moment, that gasping moment when Deshaun Watson collided with another player, but
Which I
everything's
forgot
fine.
who, which is bad on my part. Like I said, it was the slow motion. You saw it happen in slow mo, and you just saw it was QB1, and you're like,
No.
no, and you saw him go down, and I'm like, not
Yeah.
on your shoulder.
No, wrap him in bubble wrap until the start of the season.
All right, Carrie. Yeah, we'll
Carrie.
we'll divulge where we go before we go.
I will tell you. I know I'll be moving around a lot for the opener, and I'm not sure what time Harvey and I are going to leave. But I plan on being at. There's going to be other events. Like I'm going to be at the Packers game.
Mm.
Probably going to be at SummerSlam as a media pass. I'm still waiting on that. So that's August 3rd. Then August 10th will be.
I hope you get to go to that.
I hope so too. I talked to somebody that I know in WWE. I'm not going to divulge any.
No. Your sources are secret.
Of course, But he gave me the who to contact and who to ask for.
Great.
And I even had one of my articles. I said, "Here, this is me. This is me here." So back to it. I usually like West 6th, but I'm probably be moving around. I might be in the pit as well. But I definitely want to see, because I haven't seen Charles since the end of the season. I just call him Spider. I haven't seen Spider since the end of the season. Last time I saw Spider. I saw you, Lana, and Lysandra. I've never met in person yet, so I'd love to see Lysandra when she can make it. And I think Lysandra's going to be at the golf, right?
Yeah, she'll be there for the golf.
I'll see Lysandra at the golf outing. I can't wait. The golf outing's August 16th, and what's the name of the country club it's at? Or
Copper Top Golf.
Yeah, because I did reach out. I reached out to Lana because I'm going to need to rent left-handed golf clubs, because I do everything else right-handed, but swing a baseball bat in a golf club I do left-handed.
It's good for your brain to switch it up.
I try. She said, "Great question. I'll let you know." So I didn't hear back from her yet, but I'm sure I
buy
can.
The appropriate golf attire.
I'm gonna wear my khaki shorts and probably a t-shirt or a polo shirt. Wear some light clothes, some sunscreen, and a hat, and I'll probably be ready to go. And I think I'm playing with Tons of Fun and Todd Meany, I think, from Fox 8 too.
So cool.
Yeah. He goes, "You wanted to play with somebody fun," and I'm like, "You want me to tell fat jokes the whole day? You're gonna be fun." I can do it. We can do it. So
look at that. Look what Steve is offering you. Steve is amazing.
Well, Steve. Well, are you going to come to the golf outing? We'll talk, man. Message me. Thank you. That's awesome of you. Now I'm going to take extra care of them. Let me see.
He'll wax them. Do you wax golf clubs? I don't know what you do with golf clubs, but he'll wax them and give them back to you better.
Wax on, wax off. Sorry. So what is this? What is that?
You'll talk.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, absolutely. We thought we got time. It's 2 months away. Got to figure out the kids' situation too. But back to it. When it comes to the tailgating, I'm hopefully I'm gonna be at SummerSlam. I'm going to the Packers game on the 7th. Going to the Vikings game on the 17th. So we're gonna, figure out logistics there. So I'm sure there's gonna be some tailgating going on. But man, before that Dallas game, the game doesn't start till 4:30. So we're gonna all be lubed up and liquored up. Yeah. So
I love the drunk shuffle. That's the best part.
The drunk shuffle.
Getting into the stadium, the drunk shuffle.
Oh yeah. Hey. Yeah. Somebody looks like they've been drinking since last year's Tennessee.
Pretty much.
I didn't tell you that story. The Titans game last year, I'm with Harvey and there's a guy behind us sitting and he just passed out until the third quarter.
Nice.
He was just a big fat dude. And as he started FaceTiming his wife and they were talking and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Then he passes back out and then he gets up and he starts just yelling out, "In the face. In the face." That's all he kept saying. We're just like laughing. We're like, "Well, this guy's out of it."
I love that.
I can't imagine being that drunk.
We had a touchy old lady next to us.
When? You and Matt did?
Yeah, she was touchy. Like, she kept touching everybody. And everyone was like, "Do you know her?" I'm like, "No, I'm trying to keep her away from you guys by talking to her."
Yes.
She's like, I'm like, "Stranger danger. No touchy. No touchy, lady. No touch." She was so drunk. And like an older lady that's still like, "I'm fun." Like one of those.
Oh,
and I'm like, "I'm sure you're fun, but nobody wants to be like manhandled by like." She was sloppy drunk and she was like.
And she wasn't even mildly attractive, I'm sure.
No.
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 She was handsy. She was touching on all the dudes, and they're all like,
Ew.
yeah.
Ew. Sorry. No. Ew.
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 That is a big ew. So, but guys, so we'll talk more about tailgates. Steve, thank you for the offer on the clubs. DM me, message me on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. I
What,
want to give Jeff a shout out for coming on.
Jeff?
Jeff, you're Jeff
Jeff
Gorman.
Gorman? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Squad
oh.
Pod. He was amazing. He was
Jeff's a
funny
great
and
guy. Funny
so
dude,
many
great dude.
great stories. Everybody buy his books.
Yes, and just so you know, he didn't tell you about when we first met.
No.
Jeff and I first met 1991 at the Richfield Coliseum at a WWF house show. He was sitting behind me. And we
Wow.
just started shooting the shit and talking wrestling. And then like 3 years later, he's announcing it's 2 years
That's
before
so
I started training.
cool. That is so cool.
I want to say it was the year I graduated from high school, and then I started training in early 93. So it was about almost 2 years before I started training as a wrestler. Yeah. And I remember that was just as Ric Flair went to the WWF. Yep. I used to go to my dream was to wrestle in the Richfield Coliseum, and I didn't, but I did it at what is now the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, which is pretty close that was my one WWF win in that building.
That's much more important.
Oh, that was huge. It was huge. I got that win. And well, it's funny. I told, I think Cameron was on the show when I told the story because
right.
It was Sean, the guy's name was Sean Casey. He was from Cincinnati, and I knew him. We knew each other. So when it came my turn to return the favor for him, yes, absolutely, I'll put you over. So that's just what you do. It's part of the business. Guys, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Fanatical Elves Network, subsidiary of the Fans First Sports Network. Thank you for joining us on the Burning River Browns Talk. We love each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us. Always, always remember, when the river burns, it burns brown and orange. We will see you next week. Have a great night.
Good night.
That too loud?
I'm already deaf. It doesn't matter. Mom, get it.
My kosher co-host. I like that.
Can't eat bacon on the show.
Thanks for the comment, guys. Thank you. Steve, thank you for the offer with the club. We'll talk, man. Yep. And thank you for all the anniversary wishes. Thank you.
And Stanley Cup well wishes that I'm sure all of you said non-verbally.
Good luck to the Panthers. Absolutely. They're such a physically dominant team. It's just like fancy for us. Well, it'd been funny if I would have showed up at that thing and picked my nose and farted. Have a good night.